Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 4th. And today, something came to my attention as I read a verse that I'd read many, many times before. And that's in Ecclesiastics, where it says, and this is well known, it says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." And then it goes on to say there's a time for war, a time for peace, a time for mourning, a time for celebrating, and so forth. But what really got to me is that it said, "A time for every purpose under heaven." Now, being a life coach and a spiritual teacher, purpose is one of the things that I teach quite often. And this made me realize that the Ecclesiastics usually means to us, okay, there's a time of sadness, but there will be a time of happiness. It comforts us in that way. But the very first verse says, "A time for every purpose under heaven." Every single purpose that is under heaven, which is on the earth, there's a time for. And that means the purposes that we serve. God's ways are very mysterious. Sometimes they're very clear cut and simple, but in some ways we can't understand, for instance, why there's war and why there's suffering. But we do know when there's always someone that comes in, helps those that are being hurt, helps the suffering, brings in food and water. There's always someone that does that. There's a time for every purpose. Whatever purpose has not been served yet, its time is coming. There's a time for sadness, yes, but then there's those that rush in to comfort and those that rush in to help. If you've noticed the tornadoes and the hurricanes and storms, how many have rushed in? Neighbors, friends, relatives have rushed in. Red Cross, so many other organizations, churches. People do what they can to help others. And when there's a time for celebrating, God celebrates with us. That's His little break too. And we all celebrate with each other. And somehow or other, the purposes of God are being served as all these things are happening. Whatever is happening, a time for throwing away, a time for gathering. You have to read Ecclesiastes 3 if you really want to know, because there's a lot of things in there, but there is a time for every single thing that happens, that has happened, and is going to happen. There's a time for that, and there is a purpose for that. We don't have to understand. All we have to do is know what our purpose is and to serve it as much as we possibly can, whether it be giving money, whether it be giving food, whether it be comforting others with blankets or cards or gifts or whatever, or building new houses. Whatever your purpose is, be ready to serve, because the time is coming. And probably has before, and it will again. As Ecclesiastes says, it happened once, it's going to continue to happen. So you think about all that, and if you don't know your purpose, you let me know. God bless you.